Hello. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Alicia.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, doing great. This is our Tea Time Thursday. Thank you for joining us. This little midweek check-in to see how everybody's doing. How do you get yours up so fast?
Because it comes up on my Facebook.
See, I have to keep pushing a button.
No.
Anyway, I'm just gonna let you do it.
Okay.
So yeah, man, this is the time to just check in, see how things are going. The reason why we wanted to see the Facebook feed and whatnot is so y'all can let us know. Tell us what you're doing, what's going on in your life. This is a chance to connect as we are rolling through the week and getting ready for this coming Sunday.
Yeah, this Sunday's going to be exciting.
This Sunday is going to... Why is this Sunday going to be exciting?
Because it's All Saints Sunday.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
Was it
all
supposed to be
kinds of
something
reasons
else?
why Sundays are exciting around here.
It's always exciting.
Yes.
All Saints Sunday is fun.
It is, yeah. It's
I've only
All
made it to
Saints
one.
Sunday. Why?
I'm always on vacation.
In your vast experience of, I bet you're looking forward to this one too then.
Nope, not going to be here.
Yeah.
I'll miss you guys on Sunday.
Yeah. You know what, though? You're going to be right where you need to be for
Yeah.
an All Saints Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Having that family time of memory.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be good. Our hearts will be with you.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll miss you this Sunday, and we always do when you're not here. Yeah, you know, it's strange to say All Saints is exciting, but there is something that is, it stirs the soul on a day where we, you can choose to remember those who have died in a couple of ways, and it does hurt, and it's sad. It is. There's no way around that. But it's also just the kinds of things we say. It's the celebration of a life that's beyond this life, a strength beyond this strength, a healing beyond everything that happens here. And I just heard the DS mention it yesterday at a meeting. One of our clergy down in Fort St. Pierce, Tim Wilcox, died this year. And it's just really... It's just been a huge issue for the church and for all of us in the district to deal with that. And but to hear her remind us that the saints are watching over us, and I feel it. I was talking to someone about my grandmother today, and and they're with us in a way that we can really tell by the Spirit and those goosebumps that remind us of a life beyond our sight. So, yeah, there is something that's beautiful and exciting on All Saints Sunday. So the scripture for that Sunday is we're going to be hanging out with Jesus and the disciples, and they are at the temple. And the way they did offering back then was really visible, right? And so there'd be these big, massive jars. I don't want to say jars because they're like as big as a person. And, you'd walk up, and you'd drop your whatever, in the jar, like, your money or your chicken. I mean, whatever your, probably not a chicken.
I believed you.
Don't you know that the kids, though, are always trying to get something? So Jesus and the disciples, they're there, and I know I'm driving you crazy.
It's okay.
Squeaking.
It's okay.
They're there, and they're just hanging out, and they're people watching, right? And they're the disciples. We hear of the folks who are given big. They're rolling up in their Bentleys. And I don't know. And they're,
back in the day, they had Bentleys?
Top of the line donkeys, man.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
Like sport donkeys.
So the Bentley was just their name.
Yeah. Exactly. So they're rolling up, right? They got this, the best clothes, whatever. And they're dropping whatever it is. It's noticeable. Maybe it's real audible. Maybe it's just the pouring of money, like when you're getting your change counted at the Coinstar machine at the credit union, and you just hear the.
It always sounds so much more.
Yeah.
Like more.
Yeah. And then you get the little printout. You're like, cool.
What's that gonna do?
Yay. Right. And so they're impressed, and they're seeing it, and it's inspiring. I feel like the vibe from the disciples is like, whoa, that's great.
Yeah.
There's that good feeling, like, look what they're able to do.
Yeah.
And then, as the story goes, this little old lady, literally a little old lady, she comes up, this widow, and she just like pink two little like pennies, two little pennies. And Jesus he makes this comparison. And he basically says, they gave out of just abundance. She gave all she had. Like, who's really the inspiring one? Right? I mean, she gave all she had. So much more than those people. And so what I was thinking about is just, like when we're doing our people watching, like
That's a creepy picture.
I got a different one then. So when we're doing our people watching, is that better? Like what do we notice? Like what's inspiring to us? Like when we're seeing the people in our lives who, they touch us in that way that lifts us on the inside. What is it that we're seeing that's inspiring us? The ways that we see, like, yeah, that person is all in. I want to be like that.
Does it have to be somebody we know? Or could it just be while we're people watching?
Yeah.
When we're people watching, you're pretty much people watching people you don't know, right?
Well, and in the story, it doesn't seem like they know these people.
Okay.
They're watching strangers.
So
we should go back to that one then.
No, I like the other one better.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. You and this new technology.
I'm so excited about it.
So when I'm people watching, I don't know why, but I'm always people watching to like moms or like parents. I guess because that's one thing that I strive to constantly do better, right? Be a better mom, be a better wife. And so, this one time I think we were out of town and we were like in the, like boutiques and stores, little stores and like the places in there downtown. And, we were looking at all this stuff and I was like, not yelling at my kids, but telling them like, keep your hands behind your back, reminding them, even though they were already had their hands behind their back, they were already like, they weren't touching anything. I was just like overcautious. I'm like,
keyed up.
Yeah. I'm like, this is an expensive store. You need to just be careful. Mommy can't afford to replace these things. Right. Like, and of course I'm like, Matt, you couldn't just stand outside with them. Cause I really wanted to go to the store. And there was another mom in there and their kids were crazy wild, like touching everything. She was not even worried about it. Like, and they were nothing, like they were no different than I was. It wasn't like they walked in with like designer bags and like had all this money, whatever. But she was just letting her kids do whatever. And on the way out, I must have been looking at her because she was like, "You're doing a great job." And she was older than I was. I think we only had Brooklyn and Maddie at the time, so they were little. I feel like I'm combining two stories, two memories. Yeah. And she was like, "You're doing a great job." And I was like, "You too." And thinking to myself, man, she's not even being careful with them. She's not teaching them anything. Like, but really she was teaching them that it's okay to be a kid. It's okay to,
to be curious.
Yeah. And I learned that from you as well. Like, you're always like I went and sprayed ants with your kids the other days.
Oh yeah.
And they were like trying to touch them. And I was like, not yelling at them, but I was like, do not touch that. Don't touch that. That's going to bite you. And then you came up and you were like, look, Evie, and putting your fingers in it. And I was like, oh gosh, okay.
It's so fun. They get so mad.
But I like to people watch people like that because they help me to have that part of being a mom instead of just being the mom that's like, don't touch, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this.
That's I connect with that, right? I do something similar like with the dads and the moms out there, just parents. Like, how are they parenting their kids? And so it sounds like it's that comparison of here's someone, we've got some potential similarities, but they're doing it different, and what can I learn? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, at our best, sometimes we're like, what can they learn?
Right.
I think too, part of it is, when there's people, I was looking at one of them last night in our Bible study, Jack Dawkins. There's just something about the way he was interacting with us. He's so funny, and he's got this wisdom, and he's got this strength, and you know, I'm impressed by him. And there's this part of me, I think it's a similar kind of a thing, not so much how can I be a better dad now, but how can I live a wise life?
Yeah.
You know, and how can I have that kind of joy, that kind of, I mean, he's highly intelligent, but it doesn't come out as this like, I'm better than you ego. You know, it's just, man, I want to be like that.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be like that. And I mean, there's several people in my life that I think about that, you know, they've got this wisdom, this gravity, this calmness, this patience, you know, that I know some of it is just as you spend more time on this earth, you know, you learn more, but it's not just automatic. I mean, they've clearly tried and applied what they learned, maybe from what they've seen with the other moms and dads out there or whatever it is. So that's some of the stuff that's inspiring to me. Yeah, I want to be like that.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I was thinking about it, and I picked this image too because, you know, he's clearly like watching a movie or something, right? And there's...
Yeah, it's like a scary movie.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's... So what
Intense.
has happened is it's just been revealed that the one...
Your watch doesn't understand.
I do that. I talk with my hands and then my watch is confused.
Yeah, don't do that.
The one who's been the friend the whole time was the villain. That's that face.
If that's what you think that face was, please comment because I'm not really guessing that.
Anyway, so in our movies and stuff, you know, they play at this, right? The hero, you know, there's this play at inspiration and lessons. And, you know, and it seems like there's this contradiction in our culture. And I'm aware of it in me. Like, I love the movies where it's like the hero. It's the single hero who, against all odds, you know, drags these people with him or her to this miraculous whatever conclusion. You know, I love that solo hero. But man, come on. Like, where would that person be without whoever it is that made him his sandwiches? They never show you that part. Right? They never show you the part of the person who holds his big machete while he goes and uses the bathroom or whatever. Like, they don't show the whole picture.
Okay.
I'm assuming. It's always like the climactic moment, not, man, we exist as part of a group and we're better. We're better when we're part of a group. We don't need all these solo charismatic command and control leaders. You know, it's this like, okay, how can I learn from you and how can you learn from me? How can we share this together?
Right. How can we be on this journey together?
Yeah. Because when you rise, I rise.
Right.
You know, like that's
right.
what's at the heart of this kingdom that
right.
Christ has invited us into.
And if you fail, I fail, not just you failed at that.
Yeah. Oh, you got to clean up that mess now.
Right.
It's like, okay,
no,
this is our mess
we need
now.
to figure it out together.
Yeah. And I think part of why that's you know in the milieu of this coming Sunday is, you know, we're talking about All Saints, and one of the symbols that we use is the symbol of candles. Yeah. And, you know, as this sense that the light continues, you know, and we, you know, you rise, I rise, we rise. And part of it is there's a rising of the saints that happens. They are still invested and involved. We can still learn from their lives. We can, you know, in our sharing of the stories, in that the way that we share the stories with the younger generations, you know, all of that work is part of that. Let's keep the inspiration going, the wisdom going, the lessons going. That sense that we rise together. So that's I love All Saints because of that. This text just fits right in that, as we see God's heart and God's strength inspire us through the lives of each other and those who've gone before us. Yeah. So
awesome.
That's right. Awesome.
Now I'm sad I'm missing it.
Yeah, man. But
I can watch it online. I can watch it online
right?
for sure.
Right. So thank you so much for hanging around with us, for being part of our online community and connecting with us in this way. I know some of y'all are here right now, and then a lot of y'all check in hours, days from now. I love that. I love how God's timing works. Whenever we see this is the right time.
I had somebody say the other day, how come you never answer my comments? And I was like, well, I didn't see it. Well, I was watching it. Well, okay, well, you live in another state. So what time were you watching it? And the time was like after we were already done. And I was like, well, that's why I didn't answer your comment, because it was after. I'm really sorry, but you got to get on at 12 o'clock our time.
We've got to go back and answer these comments. Is also part of it too.
Yes. But he thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Hi, Joey.
So
she said hi.
Hey. So this Sunday, All Saints, we are back to our current typical worship schedule. Thank you for rolling with us online and in person last week as we had it changed. Now we're back to regular 9:30 online and in person contemporary, 11 o'clock in person traditional. And we'll have an All Saints service for both of those services. So whichever one you go to, you'll be able to check in and experience that All Saints remembrance with us. Youth is back on track. You guys had a Sunday off for Halloween, right? Youth is rolling on at 5 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
So make sure that you bring your mangoes. And then Thursday will be
You don't
back
need mangoes. I don't know what that means. Miss Becky and Miss Joey are excited
You always
to.
tell them to bring something so that.
No. So Miss Joey and Miss Becky are excited to teach.
That's going to be good.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back here next week for tea time at 12 o'clock.
All right. And Bible study this week?
Oh, yeah, Bible study. That's right.
On Wednesday.
Bible study on Wednesday. And we are I'm super excited. We're hitting Obadiah, your favorite.
Yeah.
And Jonah, my favorite.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So we're talking about Jonah this week at Bible study. If you want to show up here, you're welcome to, of course, 10:30 in the morning, 6:30 in the evening. If you connect at a distance, you're welcome to do that. We send out the link. If we know to send it to you, and we'll bring you in through Zoom.
That's exciting.
Yeah, man.
All right, y'all. Have a great week.
Okay, take care. See you soon.
See you later.